I think so. I think so, Toastmaster.
Thank you. What do you think, dear Toastmasters and friends? Or maybe I will begin with, where do you think? It's probably right here, in between the 2 ears, in your gray matter, that is your brain, the supercomputer. Billions of brain cells receive information and process it into something meaningful, something worthwhile, something relevant. And when this happens in your body, you understand things. But the natural process is survival level. You need to improve on this if you wish to. As in the words of Henry Ford of Ford Motors, he said, thinking is the hardest work there is. That's probably why so few people engage in it. Now, why is thinking so difficult? And is there something we can do to improvise on our thinking skills? Every day, we are bombarded with information. Houses, movies, and books, and exams, and Facebook, you name it. A study from University of California in San Diego says that an average person receives about 34 gigabytes of information per day. Now that's like having 8,000 songs on your iPod or 640,000 Word documents in your computer. That's like huge information. Now, does this enormous amount of information threaten our brain? Surprisingly, no. Because a brain is beautiful. It constantly rewires itself to accumulate information based on the quality or quantity of that information. Fine. That's good news then. Our brains do not stop working. Then what is the problem? Well, the catch is that our brain, when it is not trained, is not capable of filtering the jargon, filtering the unwanted. And this results in confusion. For example, first of all, what you compromise is your capability to reflect, your capability to understand something. For example, if you have exams tomorrow and you're constantly thinking about it, you may not be able to focus on today's speeches here in the evening. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much of information around us, okay? And our brain is constantly perceiving them. What happens with our thinking process is that we tend to commit mistakes. Then why does this happen? It is mainly related to our education system, in which we are constantly discouraged from making any kind of mistakes, isn't it? We are taught what to think and essentially not how to think something. So, when we are so scared that we cannot judge an information or derive under any conclusion, we tend to join a group or a crowd, not because of curiosity, but because of comfort. And this is when our intellectual thought processing turns into confusion. Now, intelligence is the potential of a mind, much like, and thinking is a skill. It's very much like horsepower is the potential of your vehicle and driving it is your skill. So is there a way that we can improvise on this thinking skills? I would like to share with you 2 processes of how you can do it. Firstly, by structuring your thought process on a daily basis. You have so much of information coming in. So what we do is we tend to do so many things at the same time. And this creates confusion in our mind. And confusion is an enemy of good thinking. And contrary to a popular belief, our brain cannot multitask, not even female brains. Because it has to constantly evaluate information. By constantly evaluating information, you increase your curiosity and your thinking skills also sharpen. For example, when Sir Isaac Newton was asked how he developed the laws of gravity, he said, "I did it by thinking about it." Now he sat under this tree, an apple falls on his head, and he asks this question, why did the apple fall down? And there was gravity. Maybe I was there in that situation, I would have asked, just one apple? So the power of inquisitiveness is very essential. I remember reading a very interesting quote from the book called Insights of Brain Power by Henry Loren, and he says that it's not about the amount of information you take in, it is about the way you process these informations that works. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, we as human beings constantly perceive thoughts, and we have something called sentience, that is the power to feel like most other animals on this planet do. But what describes us exclusively as a distinct species is our ability to think and reason, and this is what separates us. So I would like to conclude it here with the proposition of the philosopher René Descartes. It is called cogito ergo sum. I think, so I am.